Y'all, this week we were going to be talking about, we talked about the RICO Act, what it was all about. There's been lots of people filing lawsuits against the diddler. We're going to talk about it, talk about what a civil lawsuit is, just in case you didn't know. But first, I'm going to give y'all a few minutes to come in so you won't have to miss the beginning of it. I got off a little late tonight, but I was like, I already know what I want to talk about. I already told them what we were going to talk about, so let's talk about it. hmm But while y'all coming in, hey Sting, I have a subscriber over here, Tasha T. And Tasha was in a very serious automobile accident out in California. And she injured her bladder. I thought it was her kidney. But when I read the email today, it's her bladder. The problem exists that the lady who hit her did not have insurance at all. And she had liability only. So that within itself will cause a problem. And a lot of people only carry liability insurance if their vehicle is not a new vehicle. It's really not worth paying all that money to have complete coverage on it because you might be paying more for the insurance than the car is worth. How you doing, Miss Joy? But I want to shout out to Miss Audrey and Bernice, who she said did send her a cash app. I appreciate that. Um, and she also received the cash app that I sent her, and she's very thankful for it. So I just wanted to be clear on that. Um, Sting, I'm glad you're in here because I see some comments coming in that I really don't appreciate. So we're going to let Steve go and think about whether he want to come in here or not. Okay? Let me go back up and speak to Lauren. Hi, how are you? Girl, you are so pretty. Thank you. I appreciate that, Lauren. For 70 years old, y'all coming in here telling me I'm beautiful, I'm pretty, I'm this, I'm that. Y'all make me want to come out here all day long. I think I'm going to quit my job and just come out here and hang out on YouTube all day. Thank you, Lauren, and welcome to Chatting with Ms.V. So that takes care of the business with Tasha T, who's a subscriber over here. So we talked about the RICO Act, I think it was the day before yesterday, and how that will affect the diddler. And tonight we're going to talk about civil lawsuits. Now, I don't know if these 100 people that have filed are filing civil lawsuits or criminal lawsuits. It kind of depends on how long ago it's been. Okay? So, actually, a civil lawsuit is a plaintiff may seek money to compensate for the damages or may ask the court to order the defendant to stop the conduct, whatever they're doing. Now, has anybody in here so far ever filed a civil lawsuit or had one filed on you? The diddler's complaining about the food. Yeah, he been complaining about the food for about a week now. I read that last week's thing. He's afraid that he's going to be poisoned. Finally, he's afraid of something. Isn't that amazing? Miss Joyce saying no, she don't know nothing about no civil lawsuits. The common consequence that comes with it is a civil lawsuit. When damages like this occur, like with Tasha T, our subscriber, the only way she's going to get any money out of it, she's going to have to file a civil lawsuit. It's not criminal. And the lady didn't have insurance, so she's got to go for what she can get out of it. I'm in the flight path, so I hope y'all can hear me. Almost over. So a civil judgment gives the creditor the right to garnish your wages, or they can seize your bank accounts. Did y'all have a clue that they could do that in a civil judgment? They can. Now, once upon a time, I owned rental property. And I rented to a guy who actually worked with me in the plant. This guy had gotten hooked on crack cocaine, not to my knowledge. He had a home. He lied to me. He said he wanted to rent because he had to move out of his house for a while to repair some damages. It was after a hurricane. But the truth of the matter is, he had been put out of his house. Okay? So I let him move in. He's got a job. He's making $100,000 a year. So back then, I think I was only asking for like $600 a month. We talking about the 80s, y'all. So he pays for a couple of months, and then all of a sudden, he disappears from work even. I did not know that. He had gotten busted because we took drug tests and had to go to rehab. Back then, when the drug test started in the early 80s, I went there in 79. And they would give you one chance. You can go into rehab and clean yourself up, but if they have to send you again, you were gone. Well, he went into rehab, he cleaned himself up, and in the meantime, he fell behind on his rent. So when he came back to work, what I did was I went up to HR and told them what had happened, showed them the contract that we had, the rental agreement, and they garnished his wages. They took my money out every time he got paid. Had they fired him or he left the job, they would have taken it out of his 401k and gave me his money. So that's how that went. So you can garnish wages, and you can also seize bank accounts, homes, cars, or other property to pay off the debts. It just depends on how big the debt is. Hey, Tajista, how you doing, sugar? Hey, Lily. Okay, I think Sting was taking out the rest, and I spoke to everybody else. Y'all, please hit the like button when you come in, and thank you. So, a civil suit may not bring you everything, depending on how bad it is. They may not have enough. But in the Diddler's case, oh, he got it. It's just frozen there for them, okay? Now, with 100 people coming in filing lawsuits, y'all do know that he got rid of his attorney. I didn't know that until this morning. Went and got another attorney or a team of attorneys. It sounds like he got the same attorney that his roommate got. The guy who was in there with fraud charges on him from the crypto mess he got in. Hey, Misty. Good evening. It doesn't matter. I don't care if he could wake up Johnny Cochran and bring him back again with the team of lawyers he had. This ain't no guessing game here. This ain't if the glove don't what fit, you must have quit. No, this is a whole different story here. It's all out there, all over social media, and videos are popping up every day. Let me go up here. Hey, Rhonda, the gorgeous one. Oh, it's been a minute since I've seen you. Hello, Rhonda. Welcome back. You looking cute in your pink. I came in, took me a quick shower, and changed up clothing because I had on black and white at work when I came on this morning. Yeah, but thank you. I appreciate that. Miss Diane, the bus driver, gave me some earrings, so I decided that one pair was pink, and I was like, it says love. Okay, let me put that on with it. And y'all, to just to say I got 50,000 pairs of reader glasses, because that's what I wear now after I had the surgery. Hello, Tom. Hopefully, you have time to watch the VP debate tonight. I wonder who's going to win. I don't know. We're not gonna stay on that long, though. We'll catch it. If not, it'll record, and I'll be able to catch it again, Tom. Yep. We'll have to see, and we'll have to discuss that maybe tomorrow on one of my lives tomorrow. Who you think gonna win, Tom? Navarra? Is that right? Good evening. How are you? Welcome to Chatting with Ms.V. Hopefully there'll be fact checking during the debate. Normally they do, Tom, but that's going to be interesting. It really is. So let me get on about my business. I finished telling y'all what I had to tell y'all so we can catch the debate. That's something else that's probably much more important than the diddler. Go, Timmy. Okay. All right. So, in simple terms, a civil suit is just a procedure of proceedings that enforce a civil rights or obtain redress from wrongful doings. But there are three different types of civil suits. There are tort claims. You probably never heard of that one because I've never heard of that one. That's TORT. Contract breaches and landlord or tenant issues. Those are the type of civil suits that you can file. So a tort issue, just in case you've never heard of it before, is personal safety and financial security. That's all it is. And the burden of proof is resting on the plaintiff or the person filing the suit. Yes, Queen, having reading glasses for every outfit. Stop it, Tagisty. Go on about your business, girl. They have to prove the allegations or a preponderance of evidence has to be submitted. That's how that goes. So most cases in the outcome, it's a withdrawal. It could be a diversion. It could be a quality verdict, a guilty plea, an acquittable, or it could be a guilty verdict. It could go either way. You never know how it's going to go down. It just all depends on how diverse your attorney is and whether he have enough evidence to win the case for you. Why are these people coming out now? Huh. Money. This is their last chance to get any. Miss Joy, they don't get it now and they lock him up. They're going to freeze everything and pay what they have to. And then the rest of the money will go to, I guess, the state of New York. That's why they're coming out. They're trying to get it. They probably, too, were a little bit afraid of him. That man had a lot of money and a lot of power. A lot of people came up missing during this time, too. And they're trying to connect him with that. Skylar, hi, can I have a shout out? Love your stuff. You so funny. Really? Thank you, Skylar. Yes, ma'am. Shout out to you, Skylar. And welcome to Chatting with Ms.V. Now, I hope you've hit that subscribe button. I did what you wanted me to do, so I need you to do what I need you to do now. That's how it's going down, Skylar. Queen is off topic. However, do you know Lebanon and Israel are at war? I did see that too, but I didn't have time enough to research it to just. I don't know about that. I don't even know why they went to war. You know, we can go off subject if we want to. We can do that. Joy, they were scared. Now he locked up. Yeah. He can't bother them now. He in there fighting for his life now. Make sure when you rent most homes, condos, make sure they get a check for mold in your home. Landlords are responsible to remove all mold safety hazards. You know, I just went through that problem, Tom. I don't know how long you've been over here, but the inspectors were out today. We got mold and mildew in this complex because it was built for a Category 5 hurricane. When the moisture got in, it was nowhere for it to go. It was very, very hot outside. We were without air for 3 days. And I think it's 10 units over here that start collecting mold and mildew. So they called me today, but I couldn't answer the phone because I was on the bus with my children, and that's against the rules to talk when you have children on the bus. So I'll get with them tomorrow and see what's going on. Yeah, that's what it is, Miss Joy. He can't bother nobody no more. He had a lot of influence. He had a lot of people afraid of him. And he bought a lot of people with his money. Okay, Skylar. The poisoner word about being poisoned. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he drugged everybody, but he don't want to be drugged himself or taken out of here. I mean, this man got lots to worry about. And when y'all stop and y'all really think about it, look at how many people over the 30-year time he done messed over. He don't know who coming for him when. He don't know where he going in the end. He ain't gonna stay there. Probably they gonna move him out somewhere else. Who's up in there? Who kin to somebody you done mess with? He got a lot of trouble on his hands. Lots of problems. And then he ain't gonna have that much money when he get out, when he get through paying off all these folks. Hey, Tasha. Tasha, I told him about your illness, and I thank Miss Audrey and Miss Bernice for sending you a cash app, and hope that everything turns out okay for you. I appreciate that. Letting me know that you did get the cash app. Sting said exactly. He stepped on a lot of people on his way up that ladder. And look how long it took him to get up that ladder. It took him 30 years to become a billionaire. And he didn't get it all honest, y'all. That's the problem. You know what they say, the same people you step on, you meet them on your way back down. Pretty much. You got to. Once you in the clink, that just about wraps things up for you. You gonna either die in there, or you gonna live a lonely, miserable life up in there. Right about now, he's probably truly cracking up because he went in there on drugs. He's got to go through them withdrawals. He's a very sick man up in there. I don't know how many of y'all watched the Bobby Brown movie, but when he got on them drugs and they did the little documentary on him, he was throwing up in there. He was doing all kind of stuff, shaking. Them withdrawals ain't nothing nice. Tasha, when I get my money, I'm going to send you something, love. Okay, thank you, Stan. I appreciate that. We try to take care of those over here that have become a family. When Sting lost her husband, I was making sure, that I sent her a little donation. I'm not a Diddy, so I can't afford to send $1,000,000 or $1,000. I got to live too. But I do what I can, okay? For those who are subscribed over here and they really can show that they have a need, a real problem. Yeah. So that's just crazy to me, to even get rid of that lawyer. Now, that lawyer he had, I don't suggest nobody go get him. Anybody who will come out and say Costco is just down the street, and that's probably why he had so many bottles of baby oil, he didn't even have to say that. That didn't even make no sense. But back to these lawsuits. The biggest disadvantage of a lawsuit is expensive. You think that these lawyers are just going, they see what's going on. They know they don't stand a hellhole chance at all, period. So why not make them some money? They going to grab many millions off of this. He got it. They got to get them some too. The longer it run, the more money. And they can pick up the phone. They can write an email or a note. He gonna get charged every time because they working by the hour. But he don't know how many hours they really working. They can put down there whatever they want to put down there. They probably already got in mind, if you could put up 50 million, then I can take home 50 million. They can charge whatever they want to charge. Okay. Go back up. Hold on. I'm right here. Tosh, okay, no, I'm with Miss Joy. I don't have a cash app. That's okay. She did not ask, and she did not rush me. Because I had told her a couple of weeks ago when she first told me about it. I think she emailed me and told me what had happened. That I was going to send her some, but me, my mind ain't all that good these late days. I have so much going through it. If I don't write it down, I don't remember. But then when she came in the chat the other day, I remembered I was supposed to do that. So I think it was Sunday evening I sent it to her. I did get it from my sisters. Okay, wonderful. Tasha T. Let me see if I can pronounce this. I'm gonna call you James because I don't know about that first name. Let me get that first name. Amaka Amaka, maybe. But I got James down. Okay, welcome to chatting with Ms.V. You're blessed, Tasha. She is. Mr. the Houston attorney Tony Buxby. I saw something about him. Is representing 50 women. Filed a civil lawsuit with 50 more people saying sexual assault. That's just in this area. Now I didn't find out if it was just in the Houston area or if they just contacted him from the Houston area. That's a hell of a lawyer there. They oh they got a good one with Tony. He got a record out there. He don't lose too much. Uh-uh. Sting is saying, and it was very much appreciated. Okay, you're welcome. Um, to just is saying, hey Tasha, how are you? What city do you live in? She's in California. I'm not sure what city. You don't have to answer it if you can't. Okay, I'm not sure if she even said what city. She just said California. Hey, Miss Betty. Good evening. How you doing, Miss Betty? Hey, my Carla Pooh. Latina's in the building tonight. Remy. So, what's up with you? How you doing, huh? Welcome to Chatting with Ms. V. Beautiful Diva is in the building also. Hey, Miss V, and hey, Beautiful Diva. You got a beautiful picture and you got a beautiful name. Hey, they go together. Hand in hand. I think you should be live on top streaming platforms. I don't know about that, Amaka. Am I saying your name right? Top streaming platforms. I don't do that too much. I just stay over here on my little platform and grow my little platform and do my own little thing. I see a lot of them get together and they fall out and then it's a mess for years. They going back and forth with each other. I've witnessed that. I'd rather just be on my platform and like if my subscribers want to come up and talk, that's different. But being with other content creators that's much bigger than me, I don't ever want them to think that I'm trying to ride off of them either. I came out and dug mine out the mud. I'm still digging it out the mud. And I'm good with that. I'll continue. But I'm glad you think that way. Y'all hit Miss V's like button, double tap the screen. Thank you, Rhonda. I appreciate that. Um, Let me call you out too. Rhonda the Gorgeous One is a content creator. Y'all check her out. Great content. Okay, Tasha T says she's in Orange County. Uh-huh. So let's get back here to this disadvantage I told y'all. Filing all these fees, court-related costs, and other expenses, the cost of litigation. The longer they take to resolve the case, the more expensive it gets. You got to do discovery. It's a lot involved in that. And if they really do it, they really are earning the money that they're getting. The punishment is to pay back or to pay a fine and make decisions about your family and your loved ones and your home. When they come for you civilly, they coming for you for what you got. Okay? Arson is the only thing that you can't do a civil case on either. It's pronounced Queen Waka, African name. Okay, look at the gist it. Oh, but okay, I forgot. I'm thinking Canada, but you connected to Africa too. Okay, so I got it right now. Waka, Waka. Okay, thank you, Tajisti, because I've been messing it up, but I think I was close. Stay blessed also. Mr. James, come back anytime. Hey, Rena, how's it going? Okay. Misty's bringing in love from Houston, Texas. Little hot here today, Misty. It wasn't as bad as that summer heat, but it was a little warm today. Mm-hmm. So how many of y'all broken but unbothered? Hey, how you doing? Welcome to Chatting with Ms.V. So y'all also saw where the 10 politicians came forth and names been called out. Well, the first one was that Eric, what was his name? Adams, out of New York, the mayor. Diddy is in the center of all of this. The New York police chief, um, emergency manager, who else was in there? The chancellor, his personal staff, the security staff, the household staff, everybody involved in this now. Let's see what Sting is saying. OJ was the trial of the century. Now they saying Diddy's Trump's his. It does. It's way bigger. It wasn't nobody involved but OJ, the ex-wife, and the little fella who came over supposedly to bring her eyeglasses that she left in the restaurant. It's just 3 people involved in that. That's it and that's all. We already got 50 people down here using Busby. They say 100 people already done filed. I don't know if it's civil charges or criminal charges, but they done filed. Yeah, that's way over OJ's head right there. And they didn't really have no evidence or no proof on OJ. That's how he got off. They couldn't never make it stick. They came up with the shoes. They came up with a whole lot of things. Bruno Marley, I think, was the name of the shoes. But nothing they had was enough. He made Johnny Cochran and that team made that prosecution out there in that courtroom look really, really sick. He had them right where he wanted them. Mr. say the year 2024 is the year of exposure, and that's all we seeing. All over the place. Cat called it out. Cat Williams, I have to give him credit for that. He called it out, y'all. But anything you do right about now with all the cameras and all the telephone devices and stuff that we have now, you got to be accountable for that stuff and face the consequences. Very few people are going to get away from it. I mean, just living here. I live here. But up on every building, if I turn it around, you can see cameras. If I go out in the garage, you see cameras on every building. They're up there. Okay? If I go out in the garage, it's the same thing. There are cameras. If I go out in the hall, just out of my unit into the hall, there are cameras. They drop packages here every day by the door. Ain't nobody finna mess with them packages. Because they gonna see you picking them up. If they too big to go in a Lexar, they just put them by your door. Yep. So it's hard to get away with anything now. Let's see. Let me go back up here. I listened to a podcast yesterday. Jay-Z people told him to stay far away from Diddy. And I'm going to tell you who else needs to stay away from Jay-Z, in my opinion. Beyonce. If Jay-Z need to stay away from Diddy, don't she need to stay away from Jay-Z? Just saying. Y'all can see it different. I don't know. Joy said, yes, that's it. The feds will freeze Diddy's bank account. Probably already have until he goes to trial. Because otherwise, everything is supposed to be in the mother's name. But that ain't gonna matter. She's gonna have to show that she made $1 billion and she can't. So it's gonna track right back to him. Johnny Cochran said, if the glove don't fit, you must have quit. And that's exactly how he got off. He was shocked himself. You remember the sigh he gave like that when they announced that he was not found guilty? Sting, because every time you walk out of your house, you being videoed. You are. Mm-hmm. Cameras on cars, cameras everywhere. I don't know nowhere you can't go now. You're not being videoed. People used to get upset about YouTubers and Facebookers videoing them. What you gonna get upset for? You already on somebody's video. You just don't know who. Most people don't even say nothing now unless they running from the law. Beyonce and Jay-Z not together. She been left him. That's been the rumor, but I don't know because I just heard today, I read it, where they are separating their assets now. Her money is going to be her money and his money is going to be his money. But that relationship was a little strange to me anyway. I mean, you haven't seen them together in a long while. It's just a lot of things about that relationship don't sit too well with me. How you gonna close down a whole hospital wing just to have a baby? And that little girl is growing up way too fast. When she broke away from her mama to go up on that stage, and did you see how she was rolling her eyes at her daddy? I don't know about that, y'all. She grew up mighty, mighty fast. They only together for business matters. She don't really need him and he don't need her. And he got businesses tied to Diddy. So therefore she need to get her money. Now, break loose. Let him have it. And they talking divorce just in case Jay-Z do get caught up and Beyonce have the money. But they're also trying to connect her with a death out here. And I was reading that and I was like, I ain't never heard of that before. I can't even remember the woman's name that they was trying to say that she was connected with because they had to get the woman out the way. Here's another mysterious death for Beyonce to come front and center stage. Y'all may know who I'm talking about. I didn't write the lady's name down because I had never heard that before. Sting, really, I heard the rumors wild, says Gorgeous One. They are divorced, Sting, or they getting a divorce? Hey, Ramona J, I'm good. We're going to get off of here in a few more minutes so we can catch the vice presidential debate. Because that's a lot more important than Diddler. Diddler is gone, okay? He did too much. My apartment complex have cameras, plus I have my own security camera outside. I had 8 cameras when I was in the house, all the way around the house. I could even see who was passing by the house on the street if they pulled up in my driveway. And I had the cameras on there when I was in Baltimore also. Yeah. The lady was pregnant by Jay-Z. Oh, that's what went on, Rhonda. See, baby, I wasn't keeping up with this stuff in the beginning. And a lot of stuff is coming up now, and I'm going like, what? When? Wow. Okay. Yeah, that's what you get. You see, just a little girl out there with that old man. She was 18 when she got with him. He's in his 30s. Diddy will remain in federal custody and go to jail in 2025. And I feel the same way you do. I don't think they're going to let it run that long. With the amount of money that the attorneys are charging him, they're going to get what they want and then they go into court. And it's also been said that he going to get up there and testify in his own behalf. Now, you know he finna go to jail. How What is he gonna say? Jaguar said BKIED her within 24 hours after she was gonna expose him. Ooh, baby Jaguar is telling it, her and 50 cents. Every time I get on social media, she runs up 2 or 3 times. And she telling it all. She know a lot. If they subpoena her, he good as gone. Baby, her name is Aaliyah Queen. No, not her. The one that, um, it was another name. It wasn't Aaliyah. Aaliyah was connected with R. Kelly and Jay-Z. But that's not the name to just Kathy White. That's it, thing. Is the mistress that all of a sudden passed away when she was pregnant with his supposedly child. And I've heard rumors about him that he can't even have babies. That's why they shut the whole wing award down for her, because she didn't actually have that baby. Okay? Now that's just a rumor. I don't know that to be a fact because I wasn't there. I don't know, and I don't want to be spreading stuff that ain't true. But it is kind of mysterious. Why would you need to do all that? A baby is a baby. Everybody have babies, okay? They just go in there and they have their baby. Mr. Say Jay-Z and Beyonce will remain together. They have too much to lose. They do. They do. But separately, they got more than most, and they both could still live comfortably. He has not been pushing her. When she did this last record, the cowboy hat and all that stuff, I don't know what the song is named, but he didn't really push that. You can tell something ain't right. Ramona say they said Beyonce is tied up in the Diddy thing. Well, she been on a lot of pictures out there. That's all I can say, Ramona J. She's present. Something about they had to walk to get her some cheesecake when she was up in there. I just pray and hope that she doesn't get drugged down in this along with them, that she can kind of separate herself and distance herself from it. And if Z and Diddy go, then, she got children to raise. For as long as she hasn't done anything and they can't prove it, move on. That's all I can say. Sting Orlando isn't crazy. No, he ain't crazy by a long shot. No. He wasn't crazy enough to go up in them parties and get messed up either. He's being verbal, not knowing he's talking too much. You think? I don't think he got nothing to lose at this point, Rhonda. Maybe he does. I don't know. Those are Jay-Z's kids. They look just like him. I haven't seen the twins since they were babies. Now, that girl does look like him. The oldest one, she does. And I think it's the little boy is special needs, isn't it? Something was wrong with one of them. And I thought it was a little boy. But anyway, y'all, I ain't going to stay on here long tonight. Unless y'all got some more information that came out today, I gave y'all basically what I had. Azira. Greetings, everyone. First time joining your live. Thank you. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate that. I get one coming in, joining the live. Please hit the subscription button. We trying to run it up over here. Then I got another one being held by YouTube for a review. This is a mess. Exactly, Ms.V. They didn't promote that album at all. No, they didn't. Neither one of them did. And I thought it was a pretty good album. I certainly enjoyed her dancing. I've always liked her dancing. When she first came out, I didn't too much particularly like her singing at all. But over the years, I guess, she's really done much better. Yeah. Yes, Blue Ivy, Romy, and Siri looks like they daddy, Jay-Z. Okay. Like I said, I haven't seen the babies since they were babies. But they ought to be pretty big now, huh? Misty, I would think so. Time passed so fast. Seemed like they were just born the other day, but they got to be pretty big now. School age anyway. Beautiful Diva, you enjoyed the live. Good night. Okay, thank you for coming over. I appreciate that. So I'm gonna get off of here, y'all, and we're gonna go and y'all do what y'all do. I'm gonna go in here and watch the debate so we can talk about it. And it doesn't matter whether you Democratic or you Republican. I mean, you vote for whoever you want to. Like I always say, just vote. Because if you don't vote, your vote don't count. So let's do it that way. Oh, it is the boy. I thought I had heard that. Okay. Y'all, please hit that like button, subscribe, become a member. I thank y'all for coming in tonight. We'll talk to each other tomorrow. I probably won't be out here until later on tomorrow. It won't be at 10 because I have a meeting tomorrow at straight up, say 10 o'clock. So if I come out, it'll be after the meeting. It'll be more like noon if I come out tomorrow. Okay? You'll vote for me, Queen? Nah, I'm not into that political arena. I can't do that. They jacked me up and not have me in there with Diddy because they wouldn't like what I was doing. Because I'd be giving money to the poor and I'd be making sure that all these abandoned buildings, somebody's going to come in there and they're going to fix up these buildings. We're going to take these people off the street. We're going to also have to get them detoxed. How they going to ever be able to take care of themselves if they own drugs? We got to get them detoxed. We got to get them into some kind of center. We got to have more mental health here in the United States. Those are the things that if I was in the politics, I would want to be happening, okay? And they ain't going to like that because they're spending money on stuff they ain't going to want to spend money on. All these abandoned homes just that the rappers have left. I looked at them today. 50 Cent's home. He just walked away from it. And there's so many of them out there. They just walked away. These mansions probably going to end up being walked away. Why can't y'all take that and put homeless people in there? Are they big enough to put 4 or 5 families in there and have somebody oversee it? All them row homes they got up in the Baltimore area, you got a beautiful one sitting over here and then you got another one over there that's vacant. That don't make sense to me. These people done spent millions of dollars and they sitting there. And they all across the United States. There was one that flooded in New Orleans. I forgot who owned that one. And it's worth about 15 million. And it's just sitting there. You know homes go down when you don't have the correct air and heat in there. Nobody's in there to repair anything. That's crazy to me. Hey, Kendra, how you doing? But Kendra, we're getting ready to get off of here. I appreciate you coming over, but we're getting ready to get off. Yes, ma'am, you starting to see the other little girl with Jay-Z now. He not the little boy. Oh, okay, okay. All right, so I'm going to get off of here and go and watch the debate and also get my things ready to get up in the morning. And I'll talk to you guys later. Hit the subscribe button, like button on the way out. Y'all have a wonderful night. Much love to you.